Shalom, shalom, akiyam. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kwadash. I would also like to give a double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. I would also like to say peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, scattered throughout all four corners of this earth. It's just Bayan back again through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And I just wanted to get into a quick lesson, land backing off of the beloved brother Nahalia out of the Great Millstone Orlando branch. Lesson he did yesterday, going into that devil Scott Adams, who I believe is the creator of Dilbert. And pretty much, everything he was spewing, this is the mindset of the majority, if not all, of these Edomites, man. And as this, kingdom of these Edomites continue to fall, Babylon the Great, as it continues to crumble, these regular Joe six-pack Edomites are going to begin to show their true colors, man, more and more. Because a lot of them hide it. They hide how they truly feel about our so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. But as they continue to be stripped of their, white privileges, they're going to begin to show their horns, man. You see, because these are the same devils from the days of old. They haven't changed. These are the same devils that was lynching Jake, castrating Jake, burning Jake, raping Jake. These are the same niggas. And as things continue to get worse, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that are caught up in folly, you're going to find out that this damn devil was exactly who we were titling him. When we say he's the devil that the Bible speaks of, man, you're going to find out. So through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, I want to share this clip from the beloved brother's lesson with this Edomite spewing his mind. Right, but before we get there, let's grab this real quick. In the book of Psalm 73, let me see. I'm going to get verse 8, right? And this is there's actually a psalm of Asaph, right? And it reads, the book of Psalms, chapter 73 and verse 8, and it reads, they are corrupt. Who's this talking about? The wicked, man. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the ultimate blasphemer. Okay? You see this devil, he's covered the faces of the judges, the angels, Yahweh Shai, all of our forefathers and foremothers. He's calling himself the chosen people. He's taken scriptures out and added scriptures in to the text. See? They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily, right? Here it is. These devils have forwarded our affliction. But they'll tell us, oh, you got to try harder. Like, tighten up your bootstrap, and go and get it. Yeah, we tighten up our bootstrap and we ride those boots until they split, and it's still not enough. You see, these devils, what do? They redline Jake. Okay? What did the elite of these devils do? They fed Jake rap music, trap music. You see? They've taken Jake and turned him into a full-blown nigger. They gave him what? Black. They gave him the black culture. Black culture, Latino culture, Native American culture. This is what this devil has given our people. No. We are the Hebrew Israelites, man. You see? And there's a remnant returning back to their power. in obedience. And this is what these devils can't stand. And they see it. Another thing I want to throw out there. These devils, man, they see the men of the Lord on the highways and byways pushing this word. They've been seeing it for decades. Since our elders and apostles were out there, man. And their elders. These devils been seeing this work go out. You see? And now, hey, it's coming into fruition. These prophecies are speaking. You see? And these devils, these regular Joe six-pack Edomites, all right, along with their elite, which they've been heard the report, right? But these regular Joe six-pack Edomites, now they're catching wind of the report. They're seeing the videos online. They've come to the conclusion that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, who they ignorantly call God in Jesus Christ, hates them. Okay, pursuant to Romans, the 9th chapter, Malachi, the 1st chapter. You see, they've come to the conclusion that they're the biblical Edomites, and judgment's coming. And now their hands are waxing feeble. You see? And now they're going to start showing their true colors, man. These regular Joe six-pack Edomites are going to start showing their true colors because they hide it. A lot of them, they hide it, man. They hide their true colors, man. But as things continue to crumble, again, as they continue to lose that white privilege, that so-called white privilege, they're gonna turn into exactly what we title this man as the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. The physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan. Let's get this video real quick.
So if nearly half of all blacks are not okay with white people, according to this poll, not according to me, according to this poll, that's a hate group.
Let me just pause this real quick. I gotta speak on that real quick. And why would they? Why would the so-called Negroes not like you? After you raped, robbed, murdered, sold families off of auction blocks, hung, castrated, burnt at the stake, okay? Completely destroyed and mutilated. And you're going to say, what? Oh, it wasn't me. It was my forefathers. You are your forefathers, devil. And you're back in the reincarnation. And what you're going to find out is that you people are going to pay dearly for what you've done to the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You devils are going to pay dearly, man. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is going to repay you for everything that you have done. Okay, and contrary to popular belief, you are going to fall into the hands of Yasha Allah, man, pursuant to Ezekiel, the 25th chapter. He that doeth wrong, okay, shall receive for the wrong which he hath done. And there is no respect of persons, man. I just want to pause that real quick. I'm going to let the video play, but these devils, they get me fired up, man, because their pride, after everything they've done to the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American, they expect us to love them, man. No, we're not going to love you, man. Our forefathers have exercised free labor to build up this country that you stole from the Gadites and the other Taino tribes, man. You see, but that's another lesson for another day. Let's stick to the point.
Hate group. And I don't want to have anything to do with them. And I would say, based on the current way things are going, the best advice I would give to white people is to get the hell away from black people. Just get the fuck away. Wherever you have to go, just get away. Because there's no fixing this. This can't be fixed. Right? This can't be fixed. You just have to escape. So that's what I did. I went to a neighborhood where, I have a very low black population. Because unfortunately, there's a high correlation between the density. This is according to Don Lemon, by the way. So here I'm just quoting Don Lemon when he notes that when he lived in a mostly black neighborhood, there were a bunch of problems that he didn't see in white neighborhoods. So even Don Lemon sees a big difference in your own quality of living based on where you live and who's there. So I think it makes no sense whatsoever as a white citizen of America to try to help black citizens anymore. It doesn't make sense. It's no longer a rational impulse. And so I'm gonna back off from being helpful to black America because it doesn't seem like it pays off. Like I've been doing it all my life, and the only outcome is I get called a racist. That's the only outcome. It makes no sense to help black Americans if you're white. It's over. Don't even think it's worth trying. Totally not trying. You didn't expect that today, did you? But those who don't want to focus on education, you just need to get away from them. Just get as much distance as you can. That's my recommendation. And I'm also really sick of seeing video after video of black Americans beating up non-black citizens. I realize it's anecdotal, and it doesn't give me a full picture of what's happening. But every damn day I look on social media and there's some black person beating the shit out of some white person. I'm kind of over it. I'm over it. Right? So I quit. So all right.
And this devil has no idea what he has in store for him and his nation, pursuant to the scriptures. You devils have judgment coming down the line, like Cain said, that you're not going to be able to bear. Your judgment that you got coming, you're not going to be able to bear it, man. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai is going to repay you, and it's going to be according to his anger, man. We're talking about a divine power. And just take a glimpse, back 400 years ago, man. When we were in cattle slavery, man. Look what Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai did to his chosen, our so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. And his anger. Imagine what he's going to do to you devils whom he doesn't love, man. Pursuant to Romans 9 and Malachi 1. Hey, you're going to know Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai like we know Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, man. Let's go back to this psalm. Let me get this. Let me jump up on this real quick. The book of Psalms, chapter 73 and verse 5, and it reads, they are not in trouble as other men. Right. This is why this devil's talking about, just move away, get as far away from him as you can. And they're able to do it because they can move into these red zones, man, where Jake is being redlined out of. You see that? And they can find themselves secluded to a degree, from Jake. He's talking about just escape. Hey, there's no escaping, man. Hey, this nightmare is real, man, what you devils are experiencing. This is a real nightmare, and it's going to get worse. As your kingdom continues to slip right in between your fingers, hey, it's going to get worse for you, man. And we're going to show you that through the scriptures, man, Lord willing, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Right? They are not in trouble as other men. Neither are they plagued like other men. Right? But you will be. You will be, though. You're not going to just ride off into the sunset, man. Do all the wickedness that you have done, your forefathers, and just, let bygones be bygones. No, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai doesn't work like that, man. That's a false balance. And we know what scripture says about Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai and balances, man. A false balance is an abomination to the Lord. You devils are going to be sought after, man. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai is not going to let you escape. The book of Ecclesiasticus, also known as the book of Sirach, chapter 16. Let me see. Salakia. Let me go up a little bit. What was that? Khan, in verse 11. The book of Ecclesiastes is also known as the book of Sirach, chapter 16 and verse 11, and it reads, and if there be one stiff neck among the people, it is a marvel if he escape unpunished, man. And when you get this word stiff neck, let's get this word stiff neck real quick.
Stiff-necked.
Stiff-necked, right? Of a person or their behavior, haughty and stubborn. And when you get this word haughty,
Haughty.
right? Arrogantly, right? Superior and disdainful, man. Look it. What's a similar word? Proud. And we know, pursuing to Jeremiah, these devils are coined as the most proud. You see? Let's continue on. The book of Ecclesiastes, also known as the book of Sirach, chapter 16 and verse 11, and it reads, and if there be one stiff neck among the people, it is a marvel if he escape unpunished. And these devils are also coined as being very proudful in Obadiah, man. Which that book is literally going into Edom. Literally, that book is dedicated to Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. For mercy and wrath are with him. He is mighty to forgive and to pour out displeasure. And this is what you devils are about to experience, man. Displeasure. As his mercy is great, so is his correction also, man. And you devils are about to be reproved. As we're being corrected right before your eyes, pursuant to Psalms, what's that, Psalms 50? Hey, you devils are being reproved, man. And what's it say? His correction is great. So you know there's a great correction that's coming to you devils, man. He judgeth a man according to his works. And your works, your history testifies against you, man. Everything that you've done to the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American is documented. I can pull up Wounded Knee Massacre right now in the Wikipedia and my channel will be through. Why? Because evil will be hurt. Because all the information we'll go into is true. And this devil hates the truth. You see? But there's nowhere to run and there's nowhere to hide. Because the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is on you. Yahweh Shai is coming to see you. And he's not going to meet you as a man, man. You're going to pay for what you've done, man. Let's go to Obadiah. The book of Obadiah. Since we quoted it, right? Since we brought it up, let's get it. Obadiah, let's get the 10th verse. And it reads, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob. Who's Jacob? Israel, man. His name was changed to Israel in Genesis, the 32nd chapter. See, this is referring to the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee. And these devils are feeling the shame now. Hey, their whole thigh showing, man. All the atrocities that they've done, man. Hey, it's out there. It's right out there on the internet, man. You can search it up. And this is why these devils are trying to please the poor, man. Trying to take down the Teddy Roosevelt statue. You know, trying to remove certain landmarks and other statues. You see, they're talking about paying reparations. No, devil. None of that stuff is going to be able to remedy what you've done to the nation of Israel. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity, man. That's how this thing's playing out. Thus says Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. Let's read this from the top. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. Right. The 18th verse of this same book goes into how that's going to be played out. Okay? Matter of fact, let's go get it. Right, the book of Obadiah, chapter 1 and verse 18, it reads, "And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble. And they shall kindle in them and devour them. And there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord hath spoken it." You see? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is going to eradicate you devils after 1,000 years of hardcore captivity, though. You see, you got a 1,000-year sentence to look forward to. It ain't gonna just, it ain't gonna be it ain't gonna be a mercy kill. No, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is gonna execute vengeance upon you, man, by the hands of his people for 1,000 long, drawn out years, man. See, all these curses are gonna come upon you devils. Let's go ahead. You can run on this side. This devil's talking about just escape, moving to a city or town far away from the blacks. Okay, yeah, you can do that on this side. Hey, we're coming into a time where you're not going to be able to run, and you're not going to be able to hide. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30 and verse 7, and it reads, "And the Lord thy power will put all these curses." What curses? The book of Deuteronomy 28, 15 through 68. Those curses, man. "And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies." You see that? Upon thine enemies, man. "And upon them that hate thee." Who's our arch enemy? Evil E. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. It's been like that since the womb. Genesis 25 and 25. "And on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee." Right? All these nations hate us, man. And we know for a fact Evil E does. And Evil E has a special hatred for us. Why? Because we have the birthright. Let's prove that real quick. The book of Genesis, chapter 27. And again, this is the same devil, man. The book of Genesis, chapter 27 and verse 41, and it reads, "And Esau," right? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, "hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him." You see that? The birthright, man. "And Esau said in his heart," right, in his mind, "The days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob." And these devils are in the same spirit. They've always been in this mindset. They've always been in this mindset, man. That's why when the Babylonians, sacked Jerusalem, right? What did these devils say? Raise it to the foundation thereof, man. See? All the way till today. Scripture goes into how this devil, his wrath never cease, man. What's that? Let's get this. The book of Amos. This devil has let me see. The book of Amos, chapter 1 and verse 11, and it reads, "Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom," right? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Remember, Esau is Edom, pursuant to Genesis 36, 1 and 8. "Thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword." See that? "And did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually," which means continually, "and he kept his wrath forever." See, this is the same demon. Why do you think he persecuted us the way he did throughout the time of the transatlantic slave trade, man? Why do you think they handled Gad, right, and the other Taino tribes the way he did? See? That was that wrath he's always had towards us, man. And these are the same devils that are in society walking around us with their nose thumbed up, looking down on us, man, like they're better than us. But in reality, we're better than them, because we're Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai's chosen people, and they know it through the Spirit. For them, for those that don't know it, if they don't know, they know through the Spirit. And that's why they hate us, and they don't even know why. Because it's all through the Spirit. See, the 1%ers know what it is. They wanted to eradicate us since day one, since the Renaissance, since they got back into power, man. They were like, they've been trying. Why do you think they've been on so many different wicked agendas trying to get Jake out of there? You know, you had the crack pandemic, right? That's just one of many things. You know, these devils, they plant, guns in the neighborhood and stuff like that. These devils are behind us being in the destitute state that we're in. You see? They're the reason why you see Esau is the reason why you got drill music, man. Wicked, turned out, through niggas. That's what Esau cooked up. See, Esau cooked that up. Because ultimately Esau wants to see us, he wants to see us in further division. He wants to see us through. If he had it his way, hey, he would eradicate us, man. But that's an impossible feat to do. You see, because scripture says that what? We're like the sand of the sea, man. And we cannot be numbered, man. The time's coming where evil is going to have to pay for everything that he's done. Starting with you going into captivity, man. You're going into captivity. Thus says the Bible. Thus says the scriptures. Let's close out here. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 30, in verse 16, it reads, "Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries," what's an adversary? An enemy. And we know, pursuing the Psalms 83, you nations are in confederate against us, man. All you nations have had a part in oppressing Jake and forwarding our affliction. See, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is going to visit each and every one of you, man. Every one of them shall go into captivity, you see. And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil. You're going to be taken, man. And all that prey upon thee will I give for prey. So in the eon to come, in the time of Jacob, hey, the tables are going to be turned. And there's 1,000-year captivity you heathen nations will have to serve out. There's no way around it. You see? And after that 1,000 years, hey, pursuing the Obadiah 1 and 18, Esau is going to be through. And the rest of you heathen nations are going to be able to, return back to your land. Or however it's set up. And you're going to be able to live under the power structure of Jacob, man. You're going to be tributary to Israel. Forever, man. But you're going to love it, because the world's going to be a paradise. This earth is going to be a paradise under the regime of Israel, man. With Yahweh Shai leading the charge, King David under him, the 12 disciples, and the 144,000 men, man. The first fruits. 12,000 from each tribe. Lord willing, we're part of that precious number, Akiyam. See, this is what's going down. That says the Bible. Let's get one more verse here. For I will restore health unto thee. You see, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is going to restore us, man. And I will heal thee of thy wounds, saith the Lord. Whew. Because they called thee an outcast, saying, this is Zion, whom no man seeketh after. You see, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is going to be behind all of this, man. He's going to glorify us, man. He's going to set us on high. This is going to be of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. He removeth kings and setteth up kings, man. And he's going to set up Yasha Allah. And you devils are going to have to pay for everything that you've done. There's going to be no running. There's going to be no escaping. There's going to be no hiding. You see, it's just going to be judgment being executed. As a matter of fact, let me close out here. The brother brought this out in his lesson. Let me bring it out too. The book of Ezekiel, chapter 25. I'm going to go straight to the point in verse 14. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom. See that? How, Lord? By the hand of my people Israel. And they shall do in Edom according to mine anger and according to my fury. And they shall know my vengeance, saith the Lord. So this is going to be justice and judgment being executed, all right? It's going to be the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. It's going to be according to his fury. It's going to be according to his anger, man. See, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is going to execute this, man, by the hands of his people. He's going to ordain it. See, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is going to ordain it. Just like how he ordained you devils to handle us roughly, man. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is going to ordain us to handle you devils roughly, man. And the rest of you heathen nations as well. All right, you devils are going into captivity whether you like it or not. Point blank, period. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Quadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. Lord willing, you Akiyam and Akwaf were edified. Barakate Yahweh, Barakate Yahweh Shai, Kal Halalim La Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Quadash. Shalom.